If you have not read this book, Worthy, I highly recommend reading this. A lot of times when we are going through betrayal trauma and our partner's porn addiction, sex addiction has been exposed, we do not set boundaries. If you haven't gotten it yet, please download the boundary sheet I made in my link in bio. I hammer boundaries because of things like this. I need advice. I found it over a year ago, and I used to bring it up every day what my expectations going forward are and wanting to know his headspace for reassurance. And he just says, trust me. Boundaries don't have to be super big. Boundaries can actually be very small. In fact, it's usually the small things that matter in the long run of healing the relationship. So what you are doing here is you're explaining to your partner, this is something I need. I need something because I'm rebuilding my worth, and to succumb, to submit, to not, for him not to listen to you. Let me back up. For him not to listen to you is not okay. It's not okay. It's not acceptable. There has been so much damage with trust and intimacy being broken down in the marriage that you have to rebuild your entire worth system. He hit you with a semi. You are in bed. You are mangled. You can barely get out of that bed. Your whole body is in a cast. And he wants to sit there and not give you assurance that you're going to heal, that you're not still beautiful, that he's not doing the work to try and help you heal. He wants you to get out of that bed and pretend like nothing has happened. That's not realistic. That's not going to help you heal. And so if he's communicating, I want this to work, this is something you 100% need. And if the person loves you and truly wants to repair the relationship, this is not a hard ask. This is not a hard thing to ask every day, to reassure me. And to say, trust me, is a very dismissive response. The truth is they don't want to sit in the shame and the uncomfortable feeling of what you are asking from them. The truth is that the response probably would be like, I feel so ashamed for what I did to you. How can I reassure you when I can barely reassure myself? Every time that I have to reassure you, I have to relive the moment, I have to suffer through this painful emotion. That's what they're dealing with. But it's easier to just be dismissive and like, let's just pretend that everything will go back to the way it was. And unfortunately, that can't happen. The relationship has been damaged. The relationship has been broken. And we have to rebuild something new in order for this to work. So when you are setting your boundaries, ladies, that is something that you can set. And if something is unacceptable to you, don't just tolerate it. Don't settle for an excuse or something that minimizes what it is you're feeling like. Trust me. Say, no, that's not acceptable. Say it with me. No, that's not acceptable. I'm sorry, but it's not. This is so invalidating to what you did. This is so invalidating to my feelings. And I am seeking something very simple from you. May feel like something really big to you. I understand it may be difficult for you. I validate that. But this is something I need in order to make this relationship work. And if this is not something you are willing to give me, I have to reevaluate things. And I know that there's so much fear in that. Like, I don't want to risk losing this relationship. I don't want to risk pulling myself out of the game. I don't want to risk setting that kind of boundary. But the truth is like, are you going to settle for anything less than what you deserve? And this is the bare minimum of what you deserve.